I'm sitting in the hospital. I'm walking down the hallway. I see this man in a priest's clothes. No mitre, no cane, just in priest clothes. So I go up to him and I say, "Are you visiting?" He goes, "Yes." And I say, well, I start talking to him in a nice way. Then I had a cross on like this, something like this. He goes, "Do you want me to bless your cross?" I go, "Of course." Okay, so he blesses my cross and gives, I take it off. He takes it off he goes in back of me, unpins it, blesses it, gives it back to me and puts it back on me. Then he says, "Do you want a picture?" Because I don't think that he thought I knew who he was yet, and I was getting some idea who he really was. So, this is the most important man I ever met in my whole life.
Huh?
I have to be careful how I tell this story because... So, I'm talking to him, he says, "You want a picture?" Okay. He gives me this picture. It says Pope John Paul on it. With his picture, with his mitre and his cane and his whole Pope uniform on him. Oh my God. I'm holding this picture, I'm looking at it. I go, "Your Holiness now." Now I say, "Your Holiness." I put this all together. It took me about 10 minutes to put this all together. After he gave me the picture, I said, "Your Holiness." I knew exactly who he was. He was none other than Pope John Paul II himself in person. So he gives me the picture. I put it away in my pocket. Then we start walking down the hallway. We're talking. I have my I'm walking like this, very carefully. When you're in a Pope's presence, you walk very carefully. I have my hands like this up to my face, and I walk very slowly with him, just like this, very casually, and he's walking with me. And he knows now that I know who he is. So I'm walking very casually, and I'm gonna go into your living room. Okay. So we're still walking. There's a chair over here. He's gonna sit down in it. There's a chair over here. So I'm gonna sit down with him. And he's in that chair, I'm in this chair, and we start talking. He has a chair over there, and I'm sitting on another chair, spread apart. He's about 5 feet away from me in this chair. He's sitting there, and I'm sitting there across from him, just like this.
Okay.
So we talking. We talked for about 2 hours, and I asked him questions about the church, how he felt about certain issues, and we had a nice chat. Then I started getting tired. I really couldn't stay up any longer because they already gave me my bedtime meds.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to feel my sleeping pills. And I don't know how he does it. He was traveling incognito. He was the only person in the hospital. There's nobody with him. He was completely alone, him and me sitting there for about 2 hours. We're chatting. I'm asking him questions about the church, how he feels about certain issues, and I start getting tired because I already took my bedtime meds. I'm starting to feel my sleeping pills. So I get up, and he's sitting there, and I fold my hands, He starts walking with me back towards my room. Okay, just like this, real slowly, and I'm doing it very carefully.
Right.
Then stop. He stops. I keep walking. Then I ask him a question. I go, do you think I'm going to go to heaven or hell? His answer was, it all depends if you lived a good Christian life.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that answer, I go back to mine. And I go to sleep, and that's it. The next day he's gone.